Hello, my name is Dominic Underhallhouse and welcome to another episode of Moonbreaker. In today's episode we're going to continue the trend, we're going to carry on the challenge, and that is trying to learn Pax's Pillowfort Gardener Joe list. So this is a list, if you haven't seen the last couple of videos, there is so little damage in this list, but also the point isn't to damage. The point is to lock the game up to the point where we can just win with Furia. So what we do is we've got a few different things here, a few different bits and pieces. We don't play anything turn 1. We try and use Fate Twister, Tantan, Whispers, Snareling to sort of lock units up and stop them being able to be effective. We try and use things like Ursic's Nectarvine to heal up the damage that we'd be taking on the backswing, same with Stitchy. We've got Balam to try and lock up multiple units per turn, which is a really key part of this. And then Turncoat just to sort of lock something in place. So, Tone and Mystic Manteo have a little bit extra Cinder, extra healing and that sort of thing. So, this list is really hard to play. Pax says they've been playing it for quite a long time and they've actually had some reasonable success with it. I am not well practiced yet, so it's taken me a little while to get there, but I'm absolutely looking forward to it. So this is some of the most fun I've had in Moonbreaker in a while. It took me a while to get to Pax's list, but really glad to do so. If you're enjoying the content, please do hit that like button. Subscribing to the channel is the best thing you can do. So with the game waiting for the next update and the next influx of players, it has seen a little bit of a plateau in terms of subscriber numbers. So if there is anyone out there who hasn't hit that button, I'd really appreciate it. And also you can just go down to the Patreon in the description down below if you really want to support the channel in that way. For now though, I'll see you once we get in the game. Okay, we have found ourselves a game. We are against Mr. Imp, a level 18 fellow Gardener Joe player. So this could be interesting. It's the first time we've had a Joe mirror match, I believe, with this list. So hopefully, if their damage output isn't too high either, and that they can't do early damage to our units, we might be able to have a bit of a better chance of trying to take this game down. So let's see what happens here. I'm still not quite sure what order I want to play things in, to be completely honest, so this is quite an interesting one. If we're going first, that might not be too bad. We're not, of course. So what's our opponent playing? Probably Deadeye? It is Deadeye. Okay, so we've got 2 Cinder here. 2 Leadership Mariner. I still keep getting that mixed up. So we could just try putting Fate Twister Tantan down and moving in that respect. And we get 2 next turn. That might be the right call. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put Tantan down again, just in our range for this. Yeah, we don't want to make it impossible for them to get to, but we want to make it reasonably difficult. So we go here. And we'll fertilise everything. Okay, so I'm going to try this differently. I didn't use Tantan very aggressively last time. They're using the plants immediately. Oh, is that touching? Okay, no, I thought that was touching for a second. So here at least, they're going to be able to get basically a... Oh, that was a 70% chance that's going to be. It is only going to deal 1 damage, and there's a good chance that Tantan can just neutralise this moving forwards. The question is, what do we do to follow up? And it might just be Stitchy. I'm starting to come around on the idea of maybe Stitchy should be earlier than I expect. Because if we deal with Stitchy, then this is a huge boost to us. Broken Vengeance. So that's obviously who we're going to cancel now. As if cancel culture sort of thing. Okay, so I don't know if we even need to do this quite. He's just out of range, isn't he? Yeah. So where do we go with this? Do we need to Stitchy? Do we even do anything? We could just move this way and hide. We wouldn't quite be in range of anything. We can move here and play safe. Yeah, let's do this. We can seize another hunt there.
We are shaping a diversion.
Question is, where do we want to go as a unit? So if we go here, next time we get 3 anyway. And they've got no abilities, so I actually think Stitchy could be reasonable here. So let's just pop Stitchy down. And at this point we might as well plant the Thornvine. Let's plant it here to try and block some line of sight here, make it more awkward for Deadeye. So she'll be able to get through, but this will help a little bit. So that's their first point. We have got time here. There we go. There's the guaranteed miss. We knew that was coming. So the chances are... Okay, if they're going for that, that's great news for us. Because that means they're leaving Tantan alone, and we can use Tantan up here now. So with 4 coming next turn, we could go Turncoat, but I don't think that's what we want to do. I think we're probably looking more at playing either Torian or... there we go, it's Whispers then. Yep, this is a Whisper situation. Okay, so we're going Whispers, and then we're going to save some leadership. We're going to try and see if we can pin them against a wall. Okay, so we're going to need to run away here, basically. So Antios can't get very far, so coming over here and just dealing with this is fine. Antios can't get to us. We're going to pop another Thornvine down. In fact, we're going to pop the Thornvine down, but we're just going to run away. Just again for a little bit of longevity. They can't get onto Stitchy. So where do we want to Whispers? There's a part of me that thinks if we just like Whispers over here, because Axel won't be able to get fully in range of that, I don't believe. So let's Whispers over here. Try and stay out of range. Oh no, we didn't have the fertilise. I shouldn't have put the plant down. That was a mistake. If we didn't have the fertilise there, I probably shouldn't have put the plant down. So now they're scoring points. The question is, next turn we're going to be able to play Balam, which is the big plan. But it's, can we do anything good here? Yes, they can get out here, they can get some damage in, that's fine. We don't care about that. What we care about is trying to get Whispers in range for Axel and maybe Antios as well. If we can do that, we're in a great spot, but I think that's going to be too far. So now we just sort of have to go for something else. I really wish there was an ambush. Oh wow, they've got range. Oh, did they fertilise? I didn't notice. Maybe that's true. Well, at least Whispers has got a target now. Yeah, so there's the miss. They can move back over here, which means we can then move back to this objective. And we can just start healing back up a little bit. We'll keep Antios away from everything. We'll start blocking off what we need to. It's Titonia. Okay, so I don't think Whispers will be able to get both of these, but if it's possible, we should do. Although we shouldn't, because Axel will get us. Axel, if we could get like into there, that'd be perfect. I think with... yeah, there's no chance. If we'd have had our fertilise available, we would have done that, and it wouldn't have really changed anything. Which is a real shame, actually. Okay, so... we've got access to 4 Cinder. So maybe this isn't what we worry about right now. Maybe we just get Balam down and let them get one more hit there. Or just get the guaranteed miss with this. How far does that go? Okay, so there is a world where we can just pop ourselves like here. Can contest that without being in range. We'll Season of the Hunt this. We do want to fertilise in a minute, but we need to run away a bit first.
Present and sterile.
So Stitchy isn't the most important here, so have we done this? We're just outranging everyone, but that's fine. So let's just try doing this. We'll then fertilise everyone we can. And we'll pop a Thornvine down, say, over here, reduce that accuracy. We're still going to take some of this. In fact, we should have been further up for this. Okay, so now we're going to start crawling back in terms of points. But yeah, this is where things are going to go wrong for us, because they're going to be able to start dealing with that. So, they're basically setting up shop up there, so we need to now contest the middle at all points, otherwise we're going to just lose in terms of points. And we need to find ways of just slowing this down even further. I don't know how we're going to deal with this situation. Right, if they go for something over here, that's fine. We can just defend this. Sure, killing plants is pretty decent here. This sucks. This is pretty bad for us. But again, it only really does one because of the passive from Zhou. There's the activation there. If they're going... have we move blocked ourselves again? Maybe. Excuse me.
Gotta want it.
Yeah, so they got the miss, that's nice. Well, now they're in range of that, but we're not really killing things, so it doesn't matter. If they bring things too close, we can whispers over here and just start melting things. Because if you could whispers here, stop 2 abilities there. Okay, yeah, they've moved over there. Okay. Ooh, they hit. Okay, so what can we battle them onto? I mean, we can use 3 deactivating abilities. So it's probably Whispers, Balam and Tantan, but can we get everything we want to? I don't think we can. So I'm going to try just moving up here first. In fact, we can just move this. Oh, this is difficult. Okay, well we need to think of what we need to do. Let's just try this first. Why can't we move? Okay, so we can move over here if we need to and just stun up here. So I think that's going to be a pick. There's another way of getting 2, so we'll just stun. Maybe I've just blocked off Whispers actually. Whispers can just come up here and we'll Tantan this side. We'll pop back over here and just heal ourselves, I think. Heal. Let's play Furia. Did that go down? I pressed it. It didn't go down. Well, that might have lost me the game. Oh, I thought we... I didn't Whispers. Okay, well, we're going to lose another game. Because Balam is the big deal here, and if... Yeah. There we go. I forgot I didn't Whispers. I, for some reason, thought I'd Whispered over here. But no, I'd moved over here, and for some reason stopped that. That was a terrible choice. So now I don't know how I win. But I can deploy a lot of stuff next turn, at least. Which is fun. So... Yeah, there were multiple things I could have done last turn. I could have gone for Snarling and Torium, which would have been fairly decent. I could have gone for Furia, which is what I was going to go with, just to try and get to the end. But then, because I hadn't dealt with these, I would have just lost Furia anyway. So maybe it's better that we haven't lost our win condition yet. But I don't see how we're coming back from this. The more I play this list, I know that like Pax really likes Joe and like goes for sort of the slow play sort of thing. But the more I feel like Zax would be a better captain for me personally, because I'd like the idea of being able to group up and use Balam to sort of close things off at that point. Okay, so here I'm starting to really... Because like here, if we had this, we could stun 3 units here, and I don't think that's even particularly a challenge. I think that's just a thing we can do. So we'll pop back over here. We'll feel the music there. I can't even quite get them both. It's probably Axel we need to deal with and then just run this way. So let's just stun Axel. Run in this direction. Maybe Turncoat can help us win this. I mean, this can go a million miles, so let's just help block some of this off first. It's either Furia or Turncoat or both. Let's pop Furia down over here. This feels like something reasonable. And let's also pop Turncoat down. I think I'm okay with this. Who's got movement left? Oh, Joe. Nah, we're fine here. So they're only getting 1 point, and we're now trying to start ticking back up. They're going to have a good amount of damage onto this. In fact, they can probably get over here. But if we can get Turncoat or Whispers or all these things... Antios is powerless at least. Oh, we didn't use Balam. We lost Tantan. Oh! Maybe we're not out of this if they give us a decent option. There's a nice miss there. That's pretty good for us. So maybe this isn't over. We do need to start healing though in that case, and So Stitchy needs to come out and play. In fact, well, if Whispers is over here, then maybe we can even start stacking up multiple units for a stun with Whispers. I don't know if Whispers can fit through the wall, but if they could, nudging that through would be quite nice. They're going to get the damage here. Oh no, because the plants shouldn't be able to attack here anyway. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, they got some hits through.
Anger is petty.
We've got some fancy plants. Okay, what's Balam's Spore Puff looking like? We're a little out of hitting both. This won't hit through a wall, I don't believe. No. So, what can we even do here? We do need to hit that, so let's try this and see if we can do anything with this direction. It only really hits theirs. It is going to ping us, which is quite funny, so let's see if we can show slightly safer. No, that didn't stop anything. That's really entertaining. We could just pop another Thornvine down there.
The mind is complex.
Oh, we're actually kind of stuck here. Oops. Well, let's just do this. It'll be fine. It's fine. Don't need to worry about any real effects whatsoever in the game.
We know ourselves.
So we can still stun here. This is still lowered down. We can head back this way to start healing. I will pop Torian down over here.
Don't get too far.
And I guess pop a Thornvine down over here. And stay in the little bubble.
I'm fine.
We're not going to do too well here. We need to start looking at how to deal with... Oh, what? I thought we were on that. I didn't think we'd moved off of that at all. So they get the 1 here. They need to Deadeye to kill Turncoat, but that's fine if they do. Because Turncoat is, like Pax has said previously, Turncoat isn't the deciding factor here. So that's the 1. Oh, we're so close. We just need them to fall into a good Peacemaker Balam trap, basically. That's the only thing we need to happen. Like, I just think we're lacking a little bit of movement. I think there was actually talk in one of the list versions of running Chuck instead of Toner. And I think that might be right for what I want to do. So let's see. We're going to have to start healing the captain every turn. We've got Toner in place, currently defending Whispers, but nothing drastic. We can't believe we just messed this up, which is... So we're going to obviously just have to start healing here first. And we'll go for the move to just make sure we are contesting it. What can we do with this? What if we tried stunning over here and found something else to do against... Okay, so bear with me. Oh no, because we can't not stun over there. Okay, I've messed this up. We have to stun Axel pretty much every turn, is the problem we've got here. So we're going to need to... Do you know what I actually think we need to do is try and kill the units in a different way temporarily, but then we're not going to have enough time to win the game. So what if we just deployed... So Torian's here. We can go for this. We can't even plant a Thornvine in the right spot. Let's pop Toner down over here. No, fertilized soil, fertilized soil. No. Wait a second. How did I take 4? Oh, did I hit both of those? Oops, that's pretty bad. Okay, so we're actually guaranteed to lose here unless we lose a unit, can run up here and deploy, which I genuinely don't think we can do. I think I messed that up. I think I was trying to fertilise soil over here, but then there's just too many things anyway. I don't think I could have done it. This is such a hard list to get used to. Like, we're so close to just... We're nearly there with getting these locks, but we're just a little bit out of what we'd ideally be doing. Like, this was a mistake. This could have stopped Antios. Maybe if we find a way to move up here with... No, because we can't push anything out of this way. I think we're stuck if we'd have been able to fertilise or like nourish over here, actually I don't think we'd have got there anyway.
We all get lucky sometimes.
Yeah, not quite, not quite. Get a little bit of Broken Vengeance going. Miss and okay, that's minorly helpful, but I don't think enough. Yeah, blocking this route off is all they really need to do. Because what we need to do now is probably shoot this vine, move forward and try and deploy up here, which I don't think we can do because we don't have any small base. Oh, we do. We do have small bases left. And they've left us with units that we can then kill. As in, can kill ourselves. This is all fine. So, this is going to be such a funny series of things that I have to do here. So I actually think we do need to kill these, or we just lose.
Why was I programmed this way?
So we can't get over there. So, okay, you can laugh at me, but I think we have to use this shot here. And then move this way. I think we then need to move Toner this way. We then need to move ourselves over here. Give ourselves as much space as possible. Now we need to kill our own unit, so we'll just take... What can die? Like, Stitchy would be the ideal one to take out at this point, but... So let's just slow them down first. We're going to take a hit from our own unit. Here. Stitchy can heal Balam. Balam can Spore Puff there. And we can deploy... No, we can't reach! I thought we'd be able to deploy over the wall. Look at that, so close. We can't quite do it. Look at that. I thought that range was what we had for deployment, but we are out of it. We've lost the game yet again. Like, we weren't contesting really anyway. There we go. Our opponent yet again, Mr. Imp, taking the game down. I honestly thought we could deploy up there this time. I was like, you know what, maybe we can just stall the game long enough. I'm not reacting to the points quick enough, but I'm having loads of fun doing this. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this as well. Pax, you are causing me no end of headaches, and I'm quite happy for it, to be completely honest. I'm really still having fun. If you guys are... Ooh, level up. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Join us over on Patreon. Anything you do to support the channel is really appreciated. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and most importantly, have a good day.